Hi all, today's video is an extension of the previous video where I have showed with respect to the browser based UI which I made for Kuxa, which can be used as an extension even for the Eclipse Velocitas and maybe for some other projects also if at all they are applicable. So today I will just give you a short code walkthrough. Code is very small, it is nothing complicated over there. So today I'll be explaining with respect to the setup with respect to this particular browser UI, how I got that running, what are all the multiple components which I did, uh, yeah, where do you need to place these particular, if at all you want to do some specific testing of a video, then where do you actually have to place it so that you can actually play it over here. So that and all I will explain it in this video. So let me quickly get into the code. So I'll just give you a short code walkthrough. So this is basically the repository. I will give you the link of the repo at the bottom of this video. So we have a client which is the browser UI. We have the server which is a basically Flask server. The UI we have used the React.js library, and the Kuxa broker is what we are using. And in even in my previous videos I have explained with respect to how do we run the Kuxa broker and how do we add our own custom signals into that. That you can basically refer to the older videos. And this particular Python file which we will be using is exclusively used for subscribing to the topics whichever we are interested in, subscribing to the signals whichever we are interested. So the first thing in this particular package, after cloning, what you have to do is, if at all you have to run, you have to test it, then you have to first of all run the Kuxa broker. So here I am running the Kuxa broker. So you can see that the Kuxa broker is up and running. Any doubts, please refer to the video in the description where I have clearly explained on how this is working. Then we basically come to the server part, the Flask server. I'm just starting the Flask server over here. Once this Flask server is on, then basically I start the client on the browser. You can basically see that the system is on. Then what I actually do is that I can even run a subscriber, but there are some small bugs. So the first there are two bugs over here. The first one is basically we need to give some vehicle speed, because once the subscriber tries to subscribe the data from the Kuxa broker, what happens is if at all we don't give any value over here, then that throws an error. For that sake, just for the sake of avoiding that bug, which I will fix in the further releases, because this is release 0.1. So you set a random speed, doesn't matter what. And similarly for this particular signal, you just click on unlocked. Yeah, there you go. So now everything is fine. Then what we actually do is we come over here, we come to the subscriber part. So inside, so you can see that the parameters. So this is the parameter which you are subscribing. So we are uh, monitoring three signals: vehicle speed, average speed, the DMS warning, and the door locked. So let me just run this particular thing. So you can see that signals are on, everything is running fine. You can see that the camera is basically will be updated in every 1 second. So these are all the video. This is the image which will be grabbed from the browser, which can be used for driver monitoring simulation. And coming to the Flask backend, we have the REST communication between the front end and the back end, which is basically these APIs is what it hits. And whenever the slider, whatever we are moving with respect to velocity, it hits, then we connect to the VSS client, and we basically publish the value to this particular signal. That is how we are doing it. So the same goes even for the frames and even for the log thing also. So you guys can clone the repo and you can go through it nicely. And this driver monitoring system is something which I wrote from the open source. Here I am using har cascades, so nothing fancy. So har cascades are kind of used for facial detections and other things before AI was that popular. So it is like maybe 10 years old technology, or maybe even older than that. So this is with respect to hard cascade, where it is basically showing that whether the person is detected or not. If at all you go into the file, you will see that this is the hard cascade file. So this is like the weights. This XML file generally has weights with respect to what to say, detection of faces. So it is that. And we have the Flask backend, that is what I have explained. So Flask backend communicates with the front end. Driver monitoring system is only for detection of the faces, and the hard cascade is basically the weights for detection of these faces, and the received message is basically the image which is grabbed in every 1 second. So that is the server part. And when it comes to the client part, inside the client you go to public. Inside public you have all the PNGs whichever I am using, the driver monitoring system, the car lock and all. And basically this traffic video is what I'm playing. If at all you guys want to have another video, then what you can do is you can replace this traffic.mp4 with some other video whichever is of your interest. And in this basically inside the src, the app.js file is the file where I have created. So I'm using Material UI over here, which kind of makes the UI bit clean. So I'm using Material UI. Apart from Material UI, what I'm doing is I have created pages out of this, and I have marked each page to one such what do I say, one such functionality in the sense like so this is one page where I'm talking about vehicle speed, yeah, which has vehicle speed. This is another page which is with respect to car locked or unlocked. Then the third one is the driver monitoring system. You can see that when I'm looking into the video, then you can see that it is red and blue green in color, and if at all I don't look into it, then it becomes red. So this is with respect to code. It is licensed under MIT license, so yeah, anyone can take it and use it. So my main idea over here is to first of all showcase a concept, so that if anyone is interested, they can build on top of it. As such, this code is not that flexible, and yeah, it does extremely basic functionalities. So it is mostly like an idea with respect to how do you create a UI for this kind of Kuxa broker or Eclipse Velocitas or whatever. And this particular VSS is the 4.0 version of Covisa signal standards, as far as I remember. Okay, so this is with respect to the entire code base. Please do clone and try it out. If you guys have any doubt, please do let me know. I will try to answer those, and I will try to what to say, help you out for getting this particular thing up and running. And yeah, I'm mostly done with my code walkthrough. Anyways, thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Thank you. Bye.